Hey, live from Virginia, USA. And I'm maintaining these. Welcome. Motivation time. I want this to be strictly motivational. So, starting today, I'm announcing a new series that I call Sherifa Nakalema Motivation because these are my words. I could do some research to present right here, but they are truly what I believe in. What I say is what I believe in. You know me, I just go on. These motivations is how I started YouTube. I used to say, come, take a step to better you. We need more money, all this stuff. That's how I grew to 15,000 subscribers. But then I went into business more and I forgot this important topic. So what I've decided starting today, welcome. Oh, okay, good. Robert Magala is here in the house. That's very early in your time. Let's see, Kalibara, Motuwa. Thank you for being here. I come at this weird time intentionally. It's 11:44 p.m. I intend to be here at this time because I want some of you to watch it when it's really, really early, and I want the ones over here to be sleeping. So they're sleeping. The topic is today, regrets. I don't know, I'm pronouncing it right. You could go to Google and check avoid regrets. Let's avoid regrets. So if you're watching me today and you are younger than 30 years, thank God, like this. Because I'm about to say a few things that could wake you up and you're going to change some decisions. I did some research and I'm going to share what I found most people regret. So it's going to go all the way from when you are in school to all the way when you are old. So I don't know how old you are, the one watching me, but I'm going to, I think something will be, you get to think of something. So I have a list of things that I'm going to say here. But before that, if you're seeing for the very first time, I'm Sherifa Nakalema. I'm passionate about these topics. The topic of being happy. Not living life because someone said, not taking a job because just you're surviving, because you have to make the money, there's nothing to do, you just find whatever, they call you stupid, can't say anything back because, yeah. You know, I used to clean homes here in Virginia, USA because of a long story. And I remember one time I cleaned, this wasn't intentional, it just comes. I was cleaning this big, huge house. We used to clean it 3 people when I had my employees. It's a big house of almost 5,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms. Well, it's big. So, but one time I was alone. It took a long time to clean. By the time you finish it, you feel like dying, but you have to do it, right? So I cleaned it, but this time, when I went, I found it was more dusty. There was a lot of dust everywhere. But normally, for me, I had a request whenever I clean these homes that you have to leave the home. You can't be there when you clean because it messes up our time. So the guy would used to be in charge. The wife would go to work. He would leave. He'd just go. He was retired. And leave me. So I finished cleaning, and he normally would come back when I'm about to leave. So, okay, how are you? I said, oh, today it was more dusty today. What happened? Did you open windows or what? Because when the house is dusty means a lot of dust on furniture everywhere. It takes much, much longer. He said, he was normally a good guy, but I don't know what happened today. He said, you don't talk about my house like that. Or whatever. He was so rude. You know, when you are really, really tired and you don't care how much money they pay you, he was so rude. And we had cleaned this house for like 3-4 years, I think. He was so rude that you can't talk about his house, but we are cleaning your house. Your house, why don't you clean it yourself? Do you know I really got the keys? You know, you keep keys. We used to keep the keys for when we clean homes, they give us the key. I said, you know what, mister? I think I'm giving you back your key. And I don't know what he told the wife because I never came back. You know, what I'm talking about is you take a job, you do a job that treats you like trash, but you still have to do the job because you have to pay the bills. That's what I'm talking about today. What do you regret? Let's live life without regrets. To them, not this series, when I do them, I realize that some people watch them on TV. Are you watching on TV? If you're watching on TV, please put TV. TV in the chat. When you come and watch this and watch me on TV, please put in the, not in the chat, in the comments. Because I would like to know how many people are watching this on their television. Because when you're watching on television, you see it different. You don't see links. You don't see all these. So I decided I'm not going to put links in these. I'll just, maybe I'll put a link before we leave to show you more motivation videos, but it's going to be pure motivation. If you want to learn about making money online, all the other stuff I talk about, put after it becomes a video, check the pinned comment. That's where I'll be putting those other videos. But here, let's stick to motivation. So let me ask you, what do you want? What do you want? Every person, I think, wants happiness, wants peace, right? And because I'm feeling that, I'm feeling the peace, and I'm feeling I'm living a simple life, I said it doesn't take millions of dollars to have this peace, the peace of mind. You know, you could be happier. Let's assume you had a very bad marriage and you are living in this big home, you have big cars and everything, and jewelry. Some people have 20, not even 20, 200. I had someone say 200 pairs of shoes, 100 handbags. I said, what are those for? So you may think those people are happy. But let me tell you, that person, maybe the wife, let's assume it was the man who had all this money and the woman was doing all these things. But if let's assume that man was abusive and she was not miserable, if she chose to say, you know what, I'm out of here, and she went and rented one room, she could be more peaceful in one room, happy in one room than in that big house. That's what we are talking about. Being you, make your own decisions, especially if you're an adult. I'm not talking to children. Adults, making your own decision, choosing what to do and what not to do, what's acceptable to you and what's not. That's what I'm talking about. So let's live a life without regrets. It will take determination. It will take saying no to some things and yes to some things and hard work, but it's your own life, right? So when I did some research, this is what I found. I'm going to give you what most people regret about, like in the stages of life, right? So I saved it right here. I'm going to talk about the school years when you're in school, what most people regret, the time after school, but before you get married, you get into having children, all that stuff, that's period. Then parents, while they still have their children in their homes, before the children grow up and leave, what the parents tend to regret. Then children, what they regret while they still have their parents, assuming maybe later, maybe having parents in your life, or parents, maybe they die. So what do children tend to regret? And then husband, wife, what they tend to regret if they had this person and then they lose them. Then another one, something to regret when you have a job, like that example I just gave. Then something to regret while you have, like me, I used to have employees. Like when you have an employees and someone is your boss, what they may regret about not doing about their employees. So I was doing some research to get these points. I'm about to read all of them. Something to regret while you still have good health, like when you don't have it anymore. Please like it, share, like it and share. You know, we come at a weird time. So what you regret when you had things you didn't do when you still had good health. We'll see what I found. What I found is right here. Then things you regret what you didn't do when you had money. Maybe you lost it. But then finally, I put it right here, things you regret concerning our creator. I mean God. I'm assuming you believe in God. You know, when I come here, it's always hard. There is this light right here. Okay, so what are you excited about? The thing that I just named. Which one are you excited about? The one in the chat. How about, can you hear me? Which one of these The one that just read, are you excited to know about the categories? Okay, let's go. Because let's see, how much time do you have? I have like 10 minutes maximum to finish this. I mean, I have to go. There's another program coming up. So the things people tend to regret. You need to know, before I even start reading this, that we are so busy, right? By the time you get to sleep, you just fall off and sleep. We don't even get time to think, just to have some quiet time. So before I even read this, because we may not finish the video, you know that happened. I check my numbers, something distracts you and you leave. Please take a moment to start thinking. Maybe you take a walk. A walk in nature is good. Like you take a walk, turn off your phone. If you are in these moments when you want to connect, maybe you could have something like a meditation that's on your phone, but it's better to just be quiet and maybe walk in nature, walk around, or just sleep on your bed and think. So you get to think, what do you really care about? What do you really want in your life? So you get deep, because when you are busy, you don't get these moments to think. And if you are watching and you're a parent, oh, it gets crazy. You know, some people go to the bathroom when they don't really need to go to the bathroom, just to get some quiet time alone. Like when you have kids that follow you everywhere, you don't get any time, any space to think, right? So start thinking. Get a journal, get in some kind of notebook and start writing down your thoughts and start connecting. Connect to the young self. People come to me, and when we are doing this business and I'm getting to their passion and stuff, I say, what do you think about the time when you're like 15, 16, growing up? What were you thinking your life would be like? And look at what you have now. So you can go back and recreate it, okay, before you regret too much, okay? Sorry, sir, I have to apologize because this is really hard and I don't want to put on the fun. Okay, so let's get into this. The school years. I'm going to just read to make it faster, right? The school years, we regret not studying hard enough, wasting time on distraction. Then until you get a bad grade or you fail, you can't go to the next level. That's when you say, what? I wish. Regret not pursuing passions or joining clubs and activities. I remember I have some regret there. I wasn't like participating in public speaking. I remember saying, I wish I had done more public speaking in school. Please, if you're in school, try to get into public speaking whenever you have a chance. And leadership positions, when they give you to be the lead of a club, the lead of this, take them on. They help you later. Okay, regret not building friendships. Yes. Those friendships, the people you went to school with, do you know they're going to be the bosses later? They're going to be the people managing this and managing that. So connect with as many people as possible when you're still in school. The regret of not asking for help when you're struggling. Something you don't know, this math, this English, whatever, those papers, they are so hard, you're not asking for help. But also, I'll add mine here, it's not on the list. The regret of not choosing the right subjects or taking something you really care about. Maybe you want to do something, but your parents are saying, no, not that one. You know, I'm a Muslim, we have Sheikh Yasir Khadi here in America, and he told a story. He became an engineer because of his parents, and he did the engineering, but he said the first time he got the paycheck, when they paid him, he looked at all the money. It was a lot of money. He didn't like it. He said, I'm not doing this job. He went and became a sheikh. He went to Saudi Arabia, to Medina, and did this. She's one of the prominent sheikhs. I mean, he realized he was in the wrong profession. Okay, so the money was good, but he didn't like it. So he switched. So make sure you are doing something you really like. Convince your parents. My daughter switched. In fact, my daughter switched profession in the middle. Yeah, because they ended up doing what they wanted. Okay, number 2. Before getting married and having children, the regrets right there are people regret rushing into relationships or marrying the wrong person. Another one is they regret not taking time to know yourself or build financial stability before you get married. Another one, regret not having, not setting personal goals or investing in self growth. You get to know who you are before you even get into marriage. Regret not traveling, experiencing life as an individual, because you need to, you see, look at it like this. All this time you've been at home with your parents, right? Now from your home, from your parents, you move straight to marriage. You know what's going on? You are missing, like, you're not alone at all. I mean, I'm not saying go rent. No, I don't believe in renting spaces, but at least, like they're saying here, to travel, to go out with friends. I mean, to understand who you really are and what you like before you rush into marriage. Okay, now that's another stage. We'll go to another one. Well, parents, when they still have their children in the house, this is what they regret not doing. They regret not spending enough quality time with their children. They regret not teaching important values, skills to their kids, like cooking and cleaning and taking care of yourself. Yeah, independence needs to happen while you're still at home with your parents, so that when you move out, you get married, you get a wife, you know how to do things, right? They regret not letting work or stress overshadow family moments. They regret not being present or listening enough to their children. Another one. What is, while you still have your parents, what you regret as a child? Yeah, you regret, now you're talking about children. They regret not calling or visiting their parents often enough. Maybe the parents are dead now. They regret unresolved conflicts or words left unsaid. They regret not appreciating their sacrifices or love. I mean, appreciating the parents, what they did for them while they're still young and all that. You never maybe expressed it. They regret delaying important family conversations. Maybe you want to talk to your mom about something or your dad about something. Now you get this call, they're dead. That's what they're talking about. Please like it. Please like it. I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling you in the chat. What's going on? How about, are you there? Yeah? Okay. For me, I don't mind. Though you'll watch it later. So let's continue. The regrets when you lose your spouse, husband or wife. What they regret, maybe after divorce. Okay, this is what they regret. They regret neglecting communication. Maybe there was something not right. You need to talk about it. They regret taking their spouse for granted. You just say them, like, especially I think men, even women. But men, you know, men tend to think that, especially here in USA, we don't have maids. We don't have anyone helping at home. Okay, those who can't afford it, some can, but most people do everything themselves. You have your wife, she works, you know, you go to work in the morning, a man. Just because you go very early and come back late, you tend to think that this woman who's the wife, who's at home with the children and cooking and cleaning and doing all the things, is like doing nothing. Just because for you went out to work and make the money. Yet they have a lot of work, especially if they have even one child, but two children. They have two children running around, taking care of the children. There's some people cleaning and cooking. And so you come back and say, oh, dinner is not ready, food is not ready. So that kind of thing. Now, if this wife gets fed up and leaves, that's when you start saying, oh, you regret not expressing love and gratitude enough, saying thank you. You're all working, but different kind of work. In fact, you find the one at home is working more, actually more. Yeah, it never stops. Okay, how about the regrets while you still have a job? Regret staying too long in a toxic, and okay, these are regrets about a job. You may regret staying too long in a toxic, unfulfilling job. Remember that example that I gave at the beginning? If I went back to that house, I don't know. I think I could not have gone back. No. Because you cannot do that kind of work, even if they pay you whatever they pay you, and the person is ungrateful. Because that's physical work. So at least they have to, even if they don't say thank you or whatever, but shouldn't insult you. Okay? So if you're working a job and they're insulting you, we don't want to start looking for another one. Start upgrading your skills. Oh, come! I'll show you how to start your own business. Hey! So the regret of not asking for raises, promotions, learning new skills. Yes. Do you know that they say women tend not to be promoted or paid more because they don't speak up? They just let the boss decide. But the men that tend to walk up and say, ask for a raise, ask for a promotion or something, so you regret not asking. You regret not asking to be trained properly. Or see, regret not building a side hustle, emergency fund. Yes, because you lose a job and have no saving, nothing. Yeah. The regret not networking or preparing for future opportunities. Because you think you have a job today, you have somewhere to go, you think you're going to have it all the time. Then one day you wake up, they say, no job. And you didn't plan for it. Okay. How about the employers, what they regret about their employees? Like maybe you lost an employee. They regret not recognizing or rewarding good performance. Maybe you had a good job, someone working well, and you didn't recognize them, so they leave, go somewhere else. They regret micromanaging, not trusting their team. You have to trust employees, which is really, really hard. But because I've been an employer, yeah, it's hard to trust people because they can't do it the way you do it. So it's hard. So they regret because the people want to grow. You better trust them to handle some things. They regret investing in employee growth and training, not investing. Okay, they regret not investing because when you have your employees, you have to teach them, you have to train them, right? Then they regret losing talent to competitors. But that's hard. What do? They lose, they leave. The president was complaining. Yeah, they took their employees. Yeah. Okay. Now, another one. Regret about health. They regret neglecting diet, exercise, or medical checkups because these are so important, especially those medical checkups. I was doing it the other day. I had a whole live here about health because they tell you that they think, I wish you had come maybe 6 months ago. They find you have this maybe cancer or some disease, some like it's already too late almost. Yeah. So you regret not going for medical checkups, but also like maybe become overweight and all these diseases come up. You regret not dieting and not eating well and exercising. Yeah. Regret smoking, drinking, unhealthy habits. Yeah. Stress that lead to diseases. Then they regret not managing stress, mental health. They regret postponing physical activity or self-care. Oh, what do they mean, physical activity or self-care? I thought it's the same as exercise. What do you think? Is this different? I thought that was a repetition. Okay. What about money? What are the regrets about money? They regret spending on things that didn't bring joy or value. They regret not saving or investing wisely. They regret ignoring budgeting, financial planning. They regret not giving or helping others when they were able to. Now, when you're not able to, the money is gone. So then I came up with mine, the one I put right here. I said, they regret before death. Well, are they regretting before they die or they're about to die? Let me see. They regret not, when they're about to die. Their regrets. Not making peace with loved ones. Maybe asking for forgiveness or forgiving others. They regret not expressing love openly enough. They regret not leaving time for themselves and their dreams. They said, now you look at your life. You know, people in retirement homes, when they are retired and now they have time to think, they wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. You know, even traveling, you know, sometimes you may have wish to go maybe to a country, but when you are too old, you can't travel. You can't go there, right? So worrying so much about what others thought. That's a big one because we tend to worry what other people think. Because I teach people how to be online, come online. Okay, I support people to come online. They say, people will see me. What do they think? What do they think? But if that's what you really want, you do it. You do it. Don't care about what other people want. Okay, they regret that. I wish I did what I wanted to do. Then they regret not leaving a positive legacy and impact. Like you say, I lived all this life, 70 years, and there's nothing with my name. I'll talk about those topics of not leaving anything. Like you left the country, not the country, the world, you dead, and there's nothing. They're going to forget your name in just a few days. That's sad, actually. Then they regret. This is me, by the way. I was doing this thing. I said they regret not working hard to please their God. You have to please our God, because we are going. If you believe in God, we are going to meet God. So if you are going to meet God, if Muslims say Allah, that means you have to be doing things that please God before we go. So if we didn't do enough, that's the biggest regret, because now you say, oh my goodness, I wish I had put in something. I wish I had invested in this or that or that. But then it's too late. That's why people, they say on their deathbed, please, that money, get it out of the account and go do this. But then someone else is doing it for you instead of you doing it for yourself. So do we have Robert? No, not Robert. Herbert. Herbert, are you in the chat? If you're in the chat, please chat. Let me see. Are you here? Are you on? I want to know if Herbert is on, because we have a meeting that's going on. Sorry to be saying this loud right when we are leaving, because we have a meeting that's going on. It's starting. Yeah, it started already. We need to go. So this regret topic is very, very important. If you had to survey people, like right now, and went ask people, how are you feeling? How are you really feeling about your life? Are you happy? Are you happy with this job? Are you happy in this marriage? Are you happy with this? Are you happy with all these points I've been talking about? Most people will say, no, I'm not happy. But what do? It's going to take courage to change it. It's going to take courage to change it. That's why you see people going back to school at 60 years. Someone goes, no, I want to have that college degree. I want to have this or profession, whatever it was. Yes, it's not too late. You can do it. So my message as I leave this is, please check your life. Get some quiet time and think. Go back to if you're older, when you are younger. What was it? You check your life. What are you allowing to happen in your life that you shouldn't be allowing? Huh? Say, this is it. I'm changing it. I saw this woman, she was saying regrets. I said, I'm changing this. All the categories I just named, please go back and watch this video, take notes, and say, yes, I think that one, I have to change it. Yeah, let's live a life without regret. Living with being in a marriage just because the man has a lot of money, or the woman, I don't know, these days, the woman may be the one having a lot of money. It shouldn't be what matters. What matters is how you feel. How you feel. Are you happy or not? But I'm not saying leave, but if there's something that are not good in that marriage, then work on them to create a happy space. You deserve a happy space. This life is short. The life will end, right? Before it ends, let's feel good about it, that we are true to ourselves. You know it matters to be true to yourself? You could be in a situation you feel like you are becoming something else. I won't tell stories right now, but it happened to me at some point where I feel like, where did that Sherifa go? But actually, you can go find that Sherifa again. I did. For me, I did. You go find that person. You say, I'm becoming something else. I don't understand this person. Yep. You can work hard and go connect with your true self and be happy. Okay? Thank you so much for watching it. If you watch this on television, please put a comment for me. Television, because I want to know how many people are watching on television. That I just learned about that. YouTube is a lot on television. And when you're on television, you won't see the links, you won't see all the things I'm sharing. But please get out your phone. Get out your phone and check my pinned comment. Or search for me. See, that name right there on the screen, that's me, Sherifa Nakalema. Search for me on YouTube. I mean, if you're watching on television, search for me on YouTube so you don't miss out all the other stuff I share. But as I leave, I'm going to leave this link right here. I found my motivational videos. The ones I put them in a playlist. All the motivational videos, they are right there. I just shared them. Oh, Rookie Cookie, welcome, welcome. We are leaving. They're waiting for me on Zoom. I have to go. Thank you so much. I was talking about regrets. Please check, watch this video again and see the whole list. I did some research. The stages of life when people tend to regret. Let's not regret. Let's work. And by the time we leave this world, we say, yeah, I gave it my all. I did what I wanted to do. Thank you so much for watching. What did you get from what I just said here? What will you change? All that whole list I gave you, what will you change? Add in the comments if you find it as a video. Because right now it's live, you can't add comments, you can only chat about it. But when you find it later, it will be a video and put in the comments. I really appreciate that. This is the first of the motivational videos I'm going to do every single day when I'm available. I'm a skipper day, but I intend to be here every day when I can. It's going to be a long list of different topics. I already covered some, but I didn't put them in this list. Maybe I'll have to repeat them at some point, but this is the very first one. I'm Sherifa Nakalema, Virginia, USA, and it's midnight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming to being here live, and for those of you who watch it later, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share with anyone. This message is for everyone. I intended it to be like that. It covered from being a student to being really, really old to preparing for your death. Yeah, we're all going to die. Yeah, so let's plan it so you don't. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye-bye.